Denied. Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe and have for years. Thank you. And you have allowed us to build this great community here so that this really is news with friends. So thank you for being here and being so kind. And if you're watching on replay, hello. Don't forget, all the questions are listed in the description box. You can pick and choose what you're interested in. You can jump ahead, or you can watch back on a higher speed. So whatever works best for you. So hello. All right, there are a lot of questions. It took me a minute to rearrange everything. It's Sarah's day off, so it's just me. First of all, we just want to start with something Lewis put in the chat. Tesla, the swastika car, now with white power steering. Ding! That was awesome. Thank you. All right, and something to be aware of. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. All right. Where are they? Okay, let me show you. There was someone who was saying, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it was. But someone was saying that I should sell the astrology calendar or something. It's not mine, and I explained how it's the Llewellyn calendar. It's the one that I often show. But you don't have to spend money to have a sense of what's going on with the planets. And what is going on here? Huh, that's weird. Okay, we'll leave that there. Just so you know, ding, over on AstroSeek, at that URL, and it's astro-seek.com, they have these lovely major things happening monthly quick overview, planets, objects, full moon, new moons, all of this here. I had to make myself bigger so I could read it. Today, you are here. The Black and Orange mark says you are here. You're on the Black and Orange channel. March 15th, Mercury retrograde. Mercury's going retrograde in Aries today. So for the next 3 weeks, and there's a common misunderstanding about Mercury retrograde, which is that it isn't necessarily that everything goes haywire. It's that, and a lot of new communications and short-term trips and things like that go haywire. If you are revisiting things that happened before, that's Mercury in retrograde. That's what it does. It's as I've explained before. It's like somebody leaving the house, and they're about to go forward, but then they go retrograde and they take a few steps back. And this goes for any of the planets, where it's like, oh wait, what did I miss? What did I forget to pick up? Did the cats have water? Did I grab that paperwork? Did I do all that? Is this taken care of? Okay. Then retrograde ends and they're like, all right, okay, now I can go forward. So revisiting old projects, old communications, redoing a website, some form of communication, this is actually a really good time to do it. So just so you know, also on Wednesday, Thursday, 19th is, I'm pulling up my calendar. 19th is Wednesday. On Wednesday, the sun will be it will conjunct Neptune. So our very sense of self might get a little artistic, but maybe a little watery, a little vague in some ways, but also can be spiritual. You know the drill. We've gone over this. Neptune is the immaterial, which is beautiful art, but it can also be dissolving things. So that's happening on Wednesday. And then Thursday, the sun is going to enter Aries. We're going to enter Aries season. So the other thing I wanted to mention, Love Jalous saying hello, says, or cleaning house. Yep. And the other thing I wanted to mention, because I've got it here. AstroSeek not only has these for like, this is March. Well, this is April, May. That's just a graphic I put in. June, July, August. So you can really get a sense of what's going on. So you have that. And when I'm saying that, where is it? Here. I brought this up before. These are images from astrographics where Mercury in Aries is going retrograde. And the kind of avatar or archetype for Mercury in Aries would be the battlefield messenger. Brave, strong, going to really, no matter what happens, forceful. That's Mercury in Aries. And so retrograde, let me double check. Did I leave messages by did I leave in that trench over there? Did I leave some messages? Did I double check this? But Mercury in Aries does not mess around. So this is not a wussy Mercury retrograde. So just be aware of that. It's also happening square, so in tension with the would-be Fiera's Mercury, how he communicates, which is a whole lot of emotional manipulation. It's in Cancer. But that's a different topic. So that's what's going on for the next 3 weeks. Forewarned is forearmed. The solar eclipse was yesterday, and on Dumpy's chart it looked like that. With the circles, that's his opposition in his chart between his sun and his moon, and this is how the lunar eclipse fell on his chart. It turned his normal opposition into a great big Grand Cross. And this kind of burns an energy so that as other planets transit around and hit these points, they're going to have an extra oomph squaring Trump's sense of self and his emotional nature. Oh, well. So that's what's going on there. All right, so that's the astrology, and onward. All right, lots of questions. So make sure I make a note of that, and then onward. Cosmic Goat Lady had some questions about Ukraine. Deb says it looks like an X, like X marks the spot. Get him out. Yes. All right, 9 minutes in. Cosmic Goat Lady really brought great questions today. Thank you. Did Putin, I might have to brush my hair, it's bugging me. Did Putin start the war because he found out about the lithium, uranium, and other precious metals in Ukraine? 600,000 people unalived because of his own greed. Well, 600,000, that must be the number in Ukraine, because the number in Russia is nearly 1 million unalived. They are barreling towards 1 million unalived. But was Putin after the minerals and whatnot? Or is it just a matter that he watched too many The Glory of the USSR during lockdown? Oh, the serial killer. No, I'm not getting that. There's no major arcana here. I mean, he's a thief. He definitely went in there as a thief to a country that was improving. Got rid of the corrupt Russian-backed leader and we're improving. And then crash. That mess. Military action against them. Eight of Pentacles is working. Seven of Pentacles, fruits of labor. So it's part of it, but it's more like that's just part of the pie that they were trying to steal, that he was trying to steal. So, all right. Moisturizer. And okay, so next we have at 11:30, and I should have typed this in before I put moisturizer on my hands. That would have been useful. I try not to make too much of a mess here. At 11:30. Did Trump repeat what Putin said to him about starting World War III if Putin doesn't get Ukraine? Can I move this? All Putin wants is underground, so who cares about the surface? That is totally sick. Okay, fair enough. Did Trump repeat what Putin said to him about starting World War III? I don't know that I need to pull cards on that. I think it's yes. Rose Blue says Dumpy is begging countries in secret for eggs, sending people. Ukraine offered eggs instead of minerals a few weeks ago. Well, that says it's hard to shuffle your cards when you moisturize your hands. No, I just get rid of the excess. It's okay. But yeah, sometimes the hands get dry. So it's good to keep things moving. I think I'll pull 3 cards. It's Putin, rawr, World War III, blah, blah, blah. TJ says Dumpy asked Denmark for eggs? Really? We're going to take your land. Can we have some eggs while we're here? Could we borrow a cup of sugar? Oh yeah, I mean, they've been talking in secret. There are discussions between Putin and Trump we don't know about. We don't know what they were talking about, and it's important, but we don't know. Yeah, 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's really, really bad. World War III, and this is Dumpy taking action, in this case, running his mouth. The reality is Russia's economy is shot. It is teetering. I do not even understand how it is. They're still able to pretend that it's okay. Lisa K is asking an airdrop for the eggs. Do you remember Mork and Mindy? There was a brief bit at the end of one of the episodes where he got out a carton of eggs and he's like, "Be free, splat. Be free, splat." Yeah. Amy's asking, isn't Putin taking money out of people's bank accounts? That's what I've heard and seen. So I've seen video of people trying to get money out of ATMs and being really, really angry. So, and yes, North Korea is helping out Russia. So, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Denise. These cuts are just awful. All right. So there was a question here about Elon. We will get to the economy. But at 15 minutes in, thank you so much for being here. Will Elon get arrested because he's shredding documents that Judge Chutkan once in less than 21 days, she already denied an extension. Really? I didn't see a link, a news link. So is he really that stupid? I know there was some shredding done. Oh, Brenda, thank you so much. Thank you. It really helps. Thank you. Love Jolu says, I so feel for the Russian people. Yeah. There are quite many of them who are in a worse position, but not entirely dissimilar to what we're in. They're the ones going out and protesting. They're the ones taking big risks to stand up. Rose Blue says, denied an appeal. Ooh. So did he keep shredding, or had he already shredded? Let's have a look. Oh, Muck. By the way, he's really made Grimes mad. And she's a mama bear. So the other day, she just randomly came out with a post about that it's not, there's nothing to be ashamed about if somebody is into some particular kink I won't go into here. No one should be ashamed of that, especially if there's video of it. And then magically that post disappeared. Some people are worried about her safety because of him, but yeah, she's not playing. I don't know that Elon's going to pick up on that anytime soon, but yeah. Yes, it's a woodpile witch. Nanu. All right. I'm agreeing with everyone in the chat saying Chutkan doesn't play. True. Hello, Rebecca. Knight of Pentacles. Boy, they really think they can get away with anything. Now, it's interesting. We're certainly... They've refused all kinds of decency. Six of Swords. Just moving stuff out of where it should be. Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold. These are a lot of the workers. Two of Cups. You're going to find that there are some of the workers who are really siding with the courts, that are really, they've been documenting things, they've been making copies of things, and they're going to offer that up to the courts. In the end, I've got big old judgment. Huge judgment. So that doesn't bode well for them. So Elon now is at least for now, richest man in the world. The likelihood that in this United States of America, under felony 47 or 34, felony 34, that someone who's that rich would be held accountable. But Chutkan may not be playing here. Five of Wands, trying to stir things up. She wants a lot of information. And frankly, she doesn't, she wants Elon to hush. There's a way things have been done. There are the system that's been set up. He's just been throwing rocks at that. I'm so sorry. And he's in Trump's power base. Ace of Cups. This feels like a lot more arguments back and forth. Although she wants a lot of information, and the people with the information in this case, people who believe in democracy, they've got the advantage. Now, as far as prison, after all the damage he's done, oh, a little this, little that, little, oh, please, there, just, Magician, where's the stuff? Where are the resources? Tower, Page of Wands. Well, that would be cutting him off at the knees metaphorically. If because first it was, oh, he's in charge, and then it was no, Muck isn't in charge, and then Dumpy ran his mouth and said that Muck was in charge again, and back and forth and back and forth. And this is somebody having their metaphorical knees cut out from underneath them in MAGA world here. It's kind of hard for me to believe that Muck is going to be incredibly long for this world just because of the entertainment on the YouTube, the and yeah, so wait, what? Shauna says, won't keep the squirrels out, but we'll keep the rabbits out. Oh, what are we talking about? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about him being arrested. But Chutkan's not playing. So we'll revisit this. Okay. Then there was the great question. Like I said, Cosmic Goat Lady brought the fire. Would there be, or will there be, a small group of the arrogant toddlers, Felonious 47's brown shirts, who are stupid? Yes. Oh, wait, there's more? Who are stupid and brainwashed enough? Yes. I'm sorry, what was the rest of the question? Will there be a small group of the arrogant toddlers, stupid and brainwashed enough to go to Canada on Felonious 47's orders to do bad things to Canada and their politicians? It feels like the heat that would come off of Canada would, those the few United States who are suffering under the rise in prices of energy coming down from Canada, I don't think they need to worry, because the heat coming off of Canada would just fry the top half of the United States. Whew. Yeah. See, Leilani says, come on over. You will find out. Isabel says, we are ready. Bring it. Exactly. Lewis says, Canada would label them as terrorists and would take care of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never been to Canada, I'll be honest. I'd like to go someday, but I've just never had that opportunity. But I hear it is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, good people too. Queen of Pentacles. This is more about the financial back and forth. But the Cards themselves are major arcana. Strength, Emperor, World. Is lard for brains. Is he going to do dumb stuff in the world through a misguided sense of what he's allowed to do? Yes. Is it specifically to do with the arrogant toddlers? No. No, this is a much bigger thing, and I think it's more economic. So, for what it's worth. Isabel says, come on over and stay a while. We have plenty of vegan products. Excellent. Hold on, says my partner was Canadian. Excellent. Beekeeper Tara says Canada is beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right. So, Fatuous 47, guess what he did? He messed up. Surprise! Canada's punching Trump where it hurts the most and canceling their F-35's order. Now they're ordering Sweden's Saab to be assembled in Canada. Trump lost the government a $13 billion contract. Well done, Dumpy. Oh, thank you, Lois. Canada loves you back. Oh, thank you. Mark says, Mike, drop Canada. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lois. So much winning. Whew, $13 billion contract. Gone. Can't make it work. Surprise, Trump's a narcissist, and he thinks he can bully people into whatever he wants because he's been able to bully people who weren't able to afford to really take him to court, people who couldn't, who didn't have whatever it is to stand up to him. But these countries can stand up to him. There's a Thief card, Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of jobs. Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. Yep. He keeps knocking stuff over and hurting the country. And I'm so sorry to say it, but that's whatever it is. He's just going to keep doing that. He just, I don't get it. I guess I'm never going to get it because I go through the news here with you every single day without fail. Other than 2 emergencies, I've been here every single day for over 5 years. And I still cannot wrap my head around how awful this person is. Anyway, all right. So now we go on to Panama and Greenland. Because, of course, at 2920, Deb C had a question. Felon has ordered the military to develop plans for reclaiming the Panama Canal, confirmed by 2 U.S. officials familiar with the matter. How is that going to play out? A plan is not. This doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen, but let's have a look. Tiger Forley says, I subscribed to this channel shortly after the Dobbs disaster. Thank you for that, but man, that was brutal, wasn't it? Jeez. Lewis says our minds can't wrap around infinite stupidity. I know. Oh, Sherry, trust me, the 75 million Americans who voted for Harris, I'm one of 75 million. Yeah, we don't expect Canada to take any grief from that excuse for a human being. So, Panama. All right, well, there's the lard for brains. Knight of Pentacles. That would be what they're going on and on about. There's a big old justice card going thwack, metaphorically. Eight of Swords, hemmed in. 10 of Wands, burdened. 10 of Cups. The world laughing at Dumpy. See, that's the other thing. Because Trump lives in a narcissistic bubble, the concept that we cannot hold these places, we cannot colonize Greenland, Canada, Panama, whatever. We cannot hold these places long term without immense loss of life. And Canada hasn't done anything to us. Shooting, what are you going to do? Go into Canada and start shooting people? Go into Panama, start shooting people? Oh boy, just no. Reclaiming the Panama Canal. Maybe. Yeah, but it was the military, wasn't it? He's got that stupid, well, we paid for it. We paid for so much of it. We should have full control, and they're taking advantage of us. You weren't there. They're not taking advantage of you. He's so pathetic. Hanged Man, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, where would you get the money to do that? This is weak. Yeah, I don't. I'm just not seeing. I'm not getting that working. Yes, Night Moon Glows. You see, he views everything in money, like most sociopaths. So, anyway, at 3310, Martina was saying that today Greenlanders protest in front of the U.S. consulate against Dumpy's annexation threats. Danish politicians openly said it won't mean war between two NATO countries. Will it come to that? Yes, Cindy Poole. Dumpy, always a narcissistic victim. Oh, the victim. Oh, the victim. Please. Go sit your fat-filled arteries down. Seriously, his insides look like the inside of a fast food trap at a fast food joint. Anyway, Knight of Swords. Well, look, it's a bully. Okay, that's a card for the reading. And we're talking about Greenland. Page of Wands. He thinks, well, it wouldn't take anybody. There's a legal decision, a very poor, weak legal decision. People around him just blow smoke up his girdle all the time. 7 of Swords is a thief card. These idiots have got him convinced that, oh, it's no big deal. We just go there. There won't be any pushback. And at that point, I'm going to have to start turning either this channel or Color Organization into partially gardening channel. Yeah, Fran says, Autumn, I was about to tell you, you didn't tell him to sit down. Oh, I can't ask, is he really that stupid? Because he is. The question is, would the military be willing to do it? Would the Republicans go along with that? This is what he wants, and he's serious about wanting it. Shauna says, well, we have to grow our own food now. Well, it may partially come to that. Jose's wondering if Dump is related to Biff from Back to the Future. There is some trivia about that movie. There is some tiny Trump reference somewhere in that movie I heard. I don't know if it's true. All right. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Chariot's in the middle. That's not great. But Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. What I'm not getting the repercussions. I'm just getting, in his mind, it's a go. But I'm trying to get the sense of, it doesn't matter what he thinks, he has the most vile, absolutely vile fantasies. Will he actually be able to pull something like that off? Not what he thinks, but the reality. You'd have to get the Republicans behind that. That's quite an uphill battle. But Knight of Wands. This is Democrats very much getting in the way. The world coming together with hope, and yeah, he's just running his mouth over here. But you have Democrats, you have other countries in the world coming together. Yeah, he would even make some moves, and it would get very ugly very fast for him. So thank you. I noticed in the chat as it was going past, some people were kind enough to say that Biff was actually modeled on Dumpy. I believe it. And this is about invading Greenland. But in his warped, narcissistic, vile mind, oh yeah, he's all in. Anyway, 3840. He's so gross. Debsy was asking, will the military refuse to follow illegal orders? My oldest son is in the National Guard. Oh, bless. Big Felon supporter. Oh, okay. I'm so disappointed, but I worry that his unit will be given illegal orders. I have not been in the military. But the people I've known who have been, even the ones who were more right-wing and what have you, there really is a culture of refusing illegal orders. That you will be held accountable. That a private can stand up to an admiral or a 4-star general and say, that is an illegal order. You have to stop. And as long as they're right, there will be no repercussions for that private. Hello, sweetness. How are you doing, good boy? How are you, sweetie? That's a real thing. Debsy says that's why they fired the JAG attorneys. They're trying to do something illegal. Well, I'm certain. But yes, Rob. Justice. Military justice is right there. There's a whole lot of Cindy Poole says, get to Canada, lay down your arms, and stay in Canada. Burden, the far right burden. They're a day late and a dollar short. Two of Wands. They run their mouths, and this is moving things around to look menacing. And there's a decision, but this is all minor arcana. But the card for the reading is major arcana, military justice. So I actually have pretty good feelings about that. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Retelling Savoy says, and without the Jags, the lower ranks will not have the protection. I understand, but I'm not getting them. The culture itself. Yeah, there are always a handful of people who will do anything, but there's a whole lot of peer pressure there, and it drilled into their heads. There are limits. So that's what I'm getting. Exactly, Sherry. That's what I was saying. Okay. Speaking of retelling Savoy, I got a question here at 4215. MAGA Menace. It's this category of questions. This will be confused. Mercury in retrograde. Okay. There's chatter about Mahmoud Khalil and freedom of speech. That's true. The man who was seen as the leader of the protests at Columbia, is it? And he's been arrested. What I'm more concerned about is Trump's DOJ speech. Oh, that's a whole other ugly thing. SKB, I don't believe Kamala will save us anymore. We can't wait any longer, out of patience. I didn't think she would. I'll be honest. But we're still here. Anyway, the first of my gardening against fascist graphics and mugs is done, and I've got the sample, so I know it's good quality. But I messed up on how I set up the listing on Zazzle, so I've got to figure out what I did wrong. Welcome to Mercury Retrograde. Go back and fix stuff. So I don't. Freedom of speech. Actually, I'm both 3 for freedom of speech and 1 about Trump's DOJ speech, which is actually more about the next question. Okay, fair enough. He's okay. The thing is that guy's here on a visa, which in Trump's awful mind would confuse things enough. Exactly, Amy. Don't like him, think he's an agitator, but I do support his right to free speech. Find it deplorable he's being held. Yeah, but under this DOJ, I wouldn't hold my breath that he's going to be treated fairly. If there are protests, we need to for what it is worth, we need to cross our T's and dot our I's as far as who's leading it. Story Lover says he has a green card. Okay, thank you. Oh, SKB says, I'm out of... No. There's no reason to be out of hope. Oh, we'll get through this. Do you know how much we've been through? Seriously, do you know how much we've been through? We made it this far. And you're not alone. Seriously. All right. Card for the reading is adding insult to injury. Well, yeah. Queen of Cups, so there'll be people fighting for his right to free speech. Eight of Swords. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I didn't have time to mute. Oof, sorry. Yeah, he's being held. Judgment. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this situation for him. As far as the DOJ speech, yeah, there's what's there is exactly what you think. Feels like he's sitting pretty. He won, therefore he can do whatever he wants. And Six of Swords, this is you go forth and attack that person I want you to attack, DOJ. You go forth and attack those people I want you to. And as far as long as the Attorney General is willing to go along with it, yeah. This too shall pass. Speaking about hope and all of that, but there was a thank you. Mark says it's always darkest before the dawn. Here's the thing to understand. Even if it takes longer than we think it will to be able to start rebuilding and clearing up this mess, even if things get harder, we're still not giving up. We're not going to just roll over and say, fine. That's no. And especially, yeah, Sharon Rice says, do not surrender in advance. Yeah, and do not surrender at all, unless it's a temporary thing to like reposition yourself or gain time for something. Yeah, so far, knock on wood, we're not having to live like it's World War II. But with a lot of we're going into a recession. We just are. And there's possible stagflation, which is bad. But we're not Great Depression level yet, and we don't have World War II. And who knows what we're going to be called on. But we're on the right side of history. We're doing the right thing. And that's what matters. And when I read, I've been adding on cards for us at the end of these live streams. And what I've started getting more and more is your guides are proud of you. Your family on the other side, the people who fought in World War II, just people on the other side, they are proud of you. They are proud of every one of us who is saying, no, we will not be in an authoritarian state. We will not sit down and just take it. No, because we're not going to have another Holocaust. And we will stand in the way of that, whatever we can do. So it's not perfect. We really are at a disadvantage politically. But even Rachel Maddow was, I think last night, was talking about complaining works. Standing up to these people works. They were Doge was going to get rid of all phone support for Social Security, whereas 40% of the people, the whole thing about claims is done over the phone. And there are a lot of people who are disabled or elderly who they can't go online or they have trouble online. They need to talk to a person. But there was such an outcry that they backed off. So, yeah. Anyway. Suzanne, hello. I've been productive. Oh, I started learning Japanese, been 5 days straight. Good for you. We like that. We like the productivity, awesomeness. Yeah. Nightman Glow says, FYI, the protests are going all weekend. Postcards mailed today. Thank you for doing that. Okay. Hold on, so glad I finished my SSA business before the inauguration. Summer Virgo says, keep applying pressure. Yes, peacefully, but yes. Yeah. Isabel says, I'm learning sign language. Awesome. Okay. Rob says, for Lent, I gave up giving up. I love that. For Lent, I'm organizing. So just throwing that out there. Got the, I am tracking things. I am organizing. I am being productive, working out how to do things I've been meaning to do for a long time, finishing projects, you name it. Just lots and lots and lots. So, okay. All right. Okay, Rita says, I get Social Security in 3 years. I hope it's still available. We should probably look at that. At 53 minutes in. Because there was, who was it? Oh, no, I knew the name. There was a Democrat in the committee who Rachel Maddow was talking about, who he absolutely, as she put it, ripped the bark off the Republicans for doing everything Musk and Trump want and not having Musk come there and answer questions about all these cuts. And it was beautiful. He says, I thought my handwriting was small. Oh, well. But one of the things he was yelling, was it Larson? Larson, thank you. Thank you, Sabine. Yes, Larson. But one of the things he was saying was, you are trying to privatize Social Security. And the only way you can do that is if you make it so untenable that it seems like that's the only option. So be honest. So the question, Social Security under Felon 47 and Muck. So they started by trying to get rid of the phone service to make it harder to use. Not to me, because I really don't want to call anybody. I will do a lot to not have to talk to a human being. Just let me do it online and go about my life. You said I sent my postcard today. Awesome. Thank you. there's too much pushback. Fingers crossed, but the cards right now are good. Okay, because it's very obvious what they're trying to do. Duh. They're the bad guys. Duh. Strength, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you think you're going to spin that wheel, do you? This is Democrats coming together, and the Republicans a day late and a dollar short. They can run their mouths if they want to, but this is strong. And Democrats are in the middle. And third rail. It's called the third rail for a reason. You don't touch it. It's electrified. You go zap. Excuse me. Dempsey says if they privatize Social Security, it will tank. Look at the stock market. Yeah. But this was just almost like a trial balloon. But what I'm getting, the cards are saying, no. Nice try, you cretins. All right. Amy says, I was on disability. Then the Social Security office automatically converted me to the regular Social Security when I turned 62. I'm okay with that. Hey, there we go. All right, so the cards are better than I expected, so that's good. I can't stand the thought of you guys, I can't stand the thought of anybody going hungry. And I'm not getting any younger. None of us are. So, it's 57 in. Okay, I'm gonna roll some of these questions over to tomorrow. I had cleared the deck yesterday, so maybe I can manage to clear the deck tomorrow. But right now I'm gonna do some cards for us at 5720. Do cards for us. Let's have a look. Cards for us. And do be patient. Mercury's going retrograde, so just give yourself try to remember to give yourself an extra bit of time here or there if you're trying to hurry something, or you would normally hurry something, or if you're trying to push to do something new. But doing background things, doing cleanup of stuff that's already there, finishing projects you started before. Mercury in retrograde loves that. And Mercury in Aries is not playing. So, card for us. We are not the first country. Here in the US, we are not the first country to face this attempt at autocracy and cruelty and stupidity. And it can seem sometimes like, oh, they've got, big, scary, they've got all this power, because the Republicans have just rolled over. But what they're really doing is a lot of chaos. And and what we need to do is, well, I like I said, I haven't been Catholic since I was 16, but the meek shall inherit the earth. And it doesn't mean we roll over and do nothing, but they live in chaos. You don't have to. At least you can live in a whole lot less chaos. And there's some gardening there, and there's some family there, and there's some friends there, and there are us not allowing them to pull us into their maelstrom, their whirlpool. Be kind. Just be kind to yourself. You deserve kindness. And we can give each other kindness. So, bless you. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right side of history. That drama, things like that don't work long term. They just don't. So, hang in there. Be kind to yourself. Just be kind to the people around you. You're doing the right thing. All right? So that will do it for me for today here. But it's 1:14 here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Just being productive. Just encouraging each other. It's Thursday off. So it'll just be me on screen. But we have lots of people in the chat and everybody who just wants to encourage you. So you can join us. Links in the description box. You can join us over on the Creative Sprints from 3 to 6 p.m. Chicago time, Central time. Other than that, I'll be back tomorrow with doing the Stay Calm before this, and then do here, go over news with you. So Cindy's asking, will Boo Boo be there? He's your Boo Boo. Hello, Boo Boo. Oops, put that there. Hello, precious. How are you doing, good boy? Duh. There's a Boo Boo. Okay. Hang in there. You're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. There are. All right. So take care. And I'll see you later.